There's two sizes. One is the larger size and one is the smaller size. You always want to make sure the smaller size of the hook at the bottom of the S holds your sling or your handles, and the upper, the wider one, goes into what's called these, which are your adjustment straps. So take your time, and I want you to hook the two together so that you can see where they are. Now, I'm going to take one apart. This is a hand hold. Okay, this is where your placements of your hands will be. This is upper, middle, and this is your lower hand hold. Okay, and you're gonna take a hold of this. I'll take this way. That is your sling. Okay, so that's what you're gonna suspend your body in different ways. And we can make it really wide, and we can make it really narrow. Making it narrow, for some inversions, you move these black loops up and down. Now, the wider your sling, the more support. The narrower your sling, the less support you have, okay? So when you're thinking, and when I tell you that you're going to support your hip line, if you feel like you want a nice, fully supported back, then you make sure that your sling is really wide. When you want to support your hips, if you're feeling really secure, then you can make your sling narrower, okay? And as we go through it, you're going to be able to see it. Placement of the fabric is placement of how it feels most comfortable for you, okay? I will demonstrate some of the postures, and sometimes the slings will be really wide, and sometimes the slings will be really narrow for me. But then it really is placement, so for you, is how's best for you, okay? And another thing for the slings, these are parachute material. They're very resilient and very strong. And every time I hang them up, I look to make sure there's no fraying edges or whatever. But it's also for you too, when you come in, to check on to make sure that the straps are really strong, there's no frayed edges, the foams are still intact, so that if anything, you notice something that I might miss, okay? So, always hand holds and slings hooks on each side of your strap. So you put two on this side and two on the other, okay? So you put your, like I have my hand holds and my sling. And for this first opening, we're going to make it so that your hand and your sling are in the same adjustment strap. And I want you to make it so that your sling is right across your hip line, okay, to start you out. So you're reaching up, put your sling in. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go any higher. No, I go about there. Okay, and now put your hand hold in there. The other side. Should be. Now you have to make sure you're in the same level, that you can click them together. Alright. So now to get you awakened to what the sling is all about, you can open it wide open. And you can see how wide that sling can get. So it can get very wide. Okay? And now you're going to just turn yourself. You're going to come around and you're going to take the edge of your sling. Yeah, come right around. So the edge of your sling, you're going to slip it underneath your legs. There you go. And you're just going to get, we're just going to get used to the sling. So take your hands, you're going to use your middle hand holds. Okay, that's upper in your middle. And you're just going to lean forward. And you're going to tilt your feet back behind you and just lean forward. And allow your back to lengthen and stretch. Okay. bring yourself up. Now always with you, I have a habit of, you really have to make sure your spine is always in alignment and making sure always that your core is engaged, okay? So that you're always in proper positioning. So again, let's stretch out your arms and then drop your chest and lengthen. And just feel that swing as you allow the muscles to let go and breathe. Breathing is one of the most important things that you do with Dome Gym. Because you breathe and you're putting more oxygen into your muscle groups. And then coming up. You're going to tilt your hands and your thumbs facing each other. You're going to bring your elbows down and you're going to drop again. So you're using your triceps and your biceps to support you. And then using your core, engaging your core, coming up and lifting up, keeping your core engaged. And then dropping back down and lengthening. And lifting up. And dropping back. And now we're coming up. And releasing your head forwards, giving your hands a shake. Now we're going to do seated into our sling. We're going to do a side seat. So you're going to slowly turn yourself around. That's it. It's fun. Okay? You're going to lift your bum, slip yourself into your sling. That's it. Just keep shifting. It's fun. This is the best part. And you just get yourself so you're right in the center. You're going to reach up for your handheld at the back of you. Okay? And you're going to lift it up and you're going to push your bum lower into this sling. There you go. So now you're in. Now I take my slings and I wrap them underneath my legs. So it gives me supporting my bum, but allows my legs to drop wider. Now again, this is your yoga practice. Don't overstretch, okay? You want to be able to allow yourself to just relax. Leave it. This is fun. So now you take your hands, and you push it out the front, and stretch it out, and then come back. You're going to notice your bum going, sinking further down. So you're stretching. You're going to notice you're stretching your glutes, your hamstrings, right? Your quads, everything's getting a nice stretch. Push your hands out, get the straight traction. So you're building, stretching out the chest as well, and then dropping down. And one more time, stretching out. And down. Now, hanging on. You're going to kind of put your foot, I want to have your foot right in the center of your sling, so you're straighten up one leg. Now if you go too straight, it pulls on the hamstring, don't have it straight. And then letting go, and you can just massage that back of your leg all the way down into your quads, and allow that stretch. You're going to stretch up that leg, that's it, lengthening that leg, flexing your toes and your heels. Try and get that leg a little straighter. That's it. Relaxing. And then bringing that leg down. Straightening out the other leg. Up into the center. Not so graceful. It's okay. This is your very first time getting into one. You're going to pull out. You won't. Okay? There we go. It's one of the things about the sling, it gives you that pendulum where you're always in motion. So you allow yourself to go into motion. When you do that, you allow your muscles to relax. And you can stretch really much deeper in the sling than you would on the floor. This pendulum gives you more graceful. Climbing in and out once you're in it, and allowing yourself to just let go of your leg, let go of your arms and your hands, just let go. Relax. And feel that pendulum motion as it slowly stretches you out. One of the things about the parachute material, it's very strong. You can do just about anything in it. It's not going to stop. Okay, so you're very well supported. Up into the sling, the hoops are anti-rafters. They're also PL premiumed in there, so they're really strong. They're not going to fall out. Okay? All right. So now take both legs up. So reach up your hand hold, upper hand hold, lifting up, dropping down. So lift up, drop down. That's it. Now drop down. So that's making you deeper fold. Okay? Try and get your legs a little straighter. There you go. Now point your toes to the ceiling and heels to the ceiling. Feel the lengthening in the back of your legs. Let go of your hands up. There you go. And just allow yourself to relax. And you can move side to side by pushing your knees. You're getting some traction, and that's it. And lengthening of the muscles. There we go. There you go. Feels okay, eh? Yeah. The more you do this, the more you get so used to it. It's like you're climbing in and out relatively easy. And one with the pendulum, though, you should always try and start and begin at the center of gravity, which is between the two hoops. And that center is straight down. That is your center of gravity. And every time you go away from it, in either direction, it's giving you deeper stretches and opens up the body more. But this way, that's why I'm introducing you this way first, but you get a feel of how the movement is. It's kind of neat, right? Very supportive. All right, bending your feet down into what's called the butterfly. You're going to lift up again. So you're going to try to bring your feet level with your pelvis. There you go. You're going to hang on to your sling in the front. Now, this is also going to really stretch those groin muscles. So you pull towards you. And you just do it with your breath. Pulling and releasing. Opens up those groins. Your soles of your feet should be touching each other. And then stretch. And again, now you're going to start rocking. Gives you that deeper stretch. There you go. Now, if you close your eyes.
Throw up.
Hopefully not.
I don't do swings very well anymore.
Ah, see, I love closing my eyes and just allowing myself to be. Right, there you go. Just allow yourself to be, knowing that all parts of your body is very well supported. As you allow that groin muscles, your hamstrings and quads to slowly start to release. It opens up your hips, working your abdomen as well. You're utilizing all your arm muscles. You're keeping your spine nice and straight. So you're totally supported. Go. Now, if you push your sling forward, bring your legs around, coming out, and then swinging yourself around center, and then slipping up, shaking out those hips. There you go. There's your first experience. So now you're going to come around. You're going to face the mirror, the big mirror. And you're going to grab your sling, and you're going to bring your right foot up into the sling. Okay, and you're going to take a hold of all of your hand folds and your adjustment straps. And your adjustment straps. Yeah. You're going to pull them out. You're going to make sure you're underneath the point of suspension, so you look up, make sure that your hip. You're going to put your sling behind you. Okay. You're going to take the foam and you're going to place the foam on the edge of the sling at your waist. Okay, and then you're just going to sit back and allow that foam to rest and support your shoulders. Now, if this is too much of a pull on your shins, if it's too much of a stretch, then what you can do is you can lift yourself up and you can go back a few shifts from point of suspension and then leaning back. Okay? Now hang on to your bottom hand holds. So you might want to step back a little. Take another step back. So it gives you a little bit more support. There you go. Leaning back. Okay? And you're going to rock. Lifting one leg up and just go side to side. Just allowing yourself. There you go. Do you feel that supported? Okay? For me, I find my sling, if I have the foam right underneath so it's wrapping underneath my rib cage, I feel a really good sense of support. Okay? Now you're going to put your hands down to the floor. That's it. And you're just going to lift your pelvis up towards the ceiling, leaning your head back. We're going to do what's called the hero. That's it. And just lean back. And just allow, that's it, just allow your spine to let go. And just let go. Feel the stretch. Feel the lengthening. And then coming back up. Now to take the pressure right off, you're going to lean forward, keeping your hands, your shoulders in. You're going to drop down and you're going to do what's called the child's pose. No, keeping your hands inside your sling. You're going to, it's called an arm hook. And you're just going to come down and it's now going to open up your chest as you lean down into child's pose and bring your head to your forehead to the floor. And just sink. This is a great chest opener. It opens up the shoulders. But it also releases any tension in the back. So coming back up, curling your head one vertebra at a time, coming up. And you're going to lean back again. This time you're going to take your hands back behind you, straight out behind you, and lift your pelvis up and feel a beautiful lengthening. Coming back down, hooking into child's pose, coming back down, rocking down to the floor. Coming back up. We're going to do it one more time. Lean back, arms right out behind you, all the way behind your head. Lengthening by pushing your pelvis up towards the ceiling. You're getting a really good quad stretch, but you're engaging your core. Coming back down, rocking forward into child. Rocking down. And then come back. Now you're going to take your sling, you're going to bring it in front of you. You're going to roll onto your feet onto your bum, and you're going to slip your legs through your You're going to put your feet through, and you're going to make sure your hips are underneath the point of suspension. Okay? So I have my foam supporting my shin, and the rest of the fabric, the sling, is back supporting my leg. There you go. And now you're going to scroll down one vertebrae at a time, letting go. Come all the way down. That's it. Flat onto the floor, and then your head on the floor. palms are on the floor, and you're going to swing your hips side to side. Side to side. Bring it into center. Then you're going to bring your slate, and you're going to now bend your knees. You're going to place your soles of your feet right on the floor. You're going to lift the hands up, and you're going to pull the edge of your slate, and you're going to pull it right underneath your hips. So pull it right underneath your hips. You're getting a really good support. Pulling it up. More? Yeah. That's it. So you're going to completely support your hips. There you go. Now just relax. Lower your palms into the floor. Put your feet together. And now you're doing a bridge. But a very supported bridge. We're going to bring our feet a little closer to our buttocks. We're going to do a proper bridge. And then you're going to lift one vertebrae at a time. You're going to lift your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Keeping your palms flat on the floor, lifting up, and then slowly coming back down one vertebrae at a time. And you're going to lift it up. And then back down. And then the next time you lift your pelvis up towards the ceiling, I want you to take your hands and clasp your hands underneath you. So you're lifting up, clasp your hands underneath you, twisting as you lift your pelvis up, keep your knees nice and straight, lifting your pelvis up towards the ceiling, doing a real beautiful bridge, and then slowly coming back down, one vertebrae at a time, releasing the arms, and then just lengthening your legs. And now just swing side to side. Again, now this is just a nice pendulum effect that opens up the hips. It gives you a really nice release. Underneath it. Swing side to side. And come into center. Now you're going to roll onto your side. So you're just going to roll, and then you're going to roll onto your tummy. Just keep rolling down. You should be still supported. See? It slides with you. Okay? Now you're going to bring your arms, your elbows together into a triangle so you're feeling really nicely supported. You can straighten out your arms and lean back. As your feet go up, your chest goes to the floor. And then you bring your hands up, your head, your body up to your thumbs. You're going to put your chin and your thumbs together. And then you're going to straighten your arms back. Lengthening as your chest goes to the floor. This is called lotus. And then coming up, your chin to your fist. This is called dolphin. And you get more and more, you can move. As you go into advanced postures, you can make this more dramatic. This is just enough to get you started. And we'll do one more time back. Lengthening, stretching, lifting up those feet up towards the ceiling. And then you coming forward. If you can go past your fist and hold it. And then back to center. Now bring your knees to the floor. Walking back into child. Lengthening your arms in front. Dropping your head and chest to the floor. Into nice child for another release. And then coming up, you're You're going to take your sling, you're going to take your phone, and put it right underneath your underarm. You're going to encase your chest. And you're going to curl out forward again. Straight out. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, so you just want to just encase your chest. And then you're going to slowly push your pelvis towards the floor. So just drop the pelvis towards the floor. Okay, lengthen your arms. Okay, so you're a little too high for the cobra. So you're going to walk yourself back. Okay. Now try and drop your pelvis to the floor. Walk yourself back over. Actually, you can drop the pelvis to the floor. Maybe too high. Okay, coming up. Back into child. Coming out. And walking up and take your sling down. 1. Coming back on your point of suspension. Okay. Putting your underarm, your sling underneath your underarms. Coming forward. And dropping the pelvis. Okay. Now you take your hands, bring your hands a little bit more towards your chest. And you lift up and you go into extended cobra. By looking up towards the ceiling. And then releasing your arms and coming back. Hands back down to your sides. And lifting up into extended cobra. And then this time coming all the way back into child again. Keeping the pressure off the back. Coming up on all fours, you're going to take your sling, and you're going to move it down again to your pelvis area, and then you're going to move it down to ankle. Okay, so you're going to move your sling. See how I'm moving it? Underneath me to my ankle, bringing my knee back down onto the floor, bringing my sling back down to my ankle. Now again, you're going to go into the plank. You should know how to do it. You do. Now we can do the supported plank by having our elbows in triangle. And you lift your torso up and strength lengthen your leg. Okay? And bring your knees back down. Leaning back. Now if you feel really that was too easy and you have more strength, you can do a proper plank by putting your hands right underneath your shoulders, lifting up, into plank. Dropping your knees, laying back. You see how this can really take, you can go far with this. Right? Coming back, hands right underneath your shoulders, lifting up, going into plank. Dropping down, leaning back. Coming back down again, rolling onto your side. And now you can do some side stretches. Okay, elbows supporting you, hands in front. You can lift one leg. And then coming down, lifting the leg, coming back down, bending your knees, rolling over onto your side, rolling onto your other side, supporting. Okay, your head, lifting one leg. You can see where this can go a lot farther. We're rushing this a bit. Okay, and up, and down. So you can really, you can almost lift both legs up, right? Trying to lift them up out of the sling, and then releasing. And then lifting both legs up out of the sling. So you're really having to engage your whole hip line, right? And then releasing allows your body to fall back into the sling. So there's still constant movement, tightening up the muscles to lift up the legs, and then back down. And then rolling onto your back. Now, when the hip come up, you're going to push yourself forward just a little bit. I like so my legs are lifted up high. Okay, you can take a hold of your hand holds. And now you're leaning forward, you're in boat. Coming back down one vertebrae at a time. Coming down. All the way down flat. And then coming back up one more time straight up. All the way forward into boat. And then coming back down one vertebrae at a time. Coming back down. And then release. Now you're going to come right up. Now roll onto your side. And now we're going to do our first inversion. So you're going to open up your sling. Okay. Now it's really low, but I'm doing it low so that you can get a feel of what the sling is in inverted posture starts you up. You're going to take the edge of your sling. Okay. And you're going to sit in the sling. So the edge of the sling is right at your knees. Okay. Now, this is where these black rings come really into play. You can bring these down, it tightens up your sling, okay? And that will give you an easier hip expansion. It's a little bit more difficult to go into a full inversion with your sling this tight, but I find it's easy to learn it so you get into the sling better. And you're going to take your hand holds and you're going to hold on to them here, okay? Hang on to them there. Now you're going to take the foam. Now I'm going to show it to you, and then I'll come and help you. Because I want you to take your foam and place it right into the belly of your sacrum. But I'm going to come and I'll help you once I do it. So once you're engaged, you lean back, you engage it, you lean forward, you spread your legs as wide as you can, and then you bring your feet right through together and into diamond. And this is inverted. Okay? I'm not doing it this low, so you're resting right on your shoulders. So now I'll come out and help you. So you're going to come around. Yeah, you want it right at the base of your sacrum, like right there. So you take your thumbs, pull it right down, hanging on top there. Now lean back, engage it. Now, grab hold of your front of your sling with your hands. Okay. Open your legs as wide as you can. And then lean back. Yep. And then lean back, open your legs as wide as you can. And you just, that's it, wide. Now come on forward. Now let go of your sling. And just rest. And now you're going to bring your feet and go into thigh, which we call thigh. And now you're completely supported. And you can keep these hands going out. And now you're completely supported. Right? Yep. You're resting on your shoulder. You're resting completely on your shoulders. You can move around. Now just move your hips side to side. That's it. A nice hip movement. There you go. Then you can lift one arm and turn to that one side. You're getting a bit of a spinal twist. And then drop that shoulder down. And then lift the other shoulder up. Getting a nice little bit of a spinal twist. And back down. So crossing over that hand towards the knee. There you go, lifting, engaging your core. Keeping your feet in diamond. Always that's it. And then dropping back down. Hand to the floor, reaching the other hand up. Knee. There you go. And then back down. Now we're going to do a bit of a shoulder stand. So you're going to reach up and you're going to hook your toes around inside. That's it. Hook your toe. Now do the other side. Hook your toe. There you go. And you're going to push your feet up. Straighten up. There you go. Let go of your handholds. Hands flat on the floor. And then bringing your feet back down. Back and let the sling support you. And then you can lift back up. Straightening the legs into a little bit of a shoulder stand. Just allowing yourself to be here. And then slowly sliding back down. And swing side to side, putting your feet back into diamond. Keep diamond. There you go, rocking side to side. Now, this one's a little bit more advanced, but I think you can go there. I want you to take your right leg and reach over and toe hook your left sling. There you go. And you're going to take that left leg, and drop it right behind you, keeping your hands flat on the floor, and now rock side to side to really open up those hips. That's it. Swinging side to side. Coming up, bringing that leg up, and reversing it. Hooking it in, dropping that leg back. There you go. So hook it, so there you go. Drop that leg, rock side to side. Allow that hip to let go. And then bringing that leg up, back into diamond. And now you're going to come out, okay? And when you're coming out, you come out really slowly, and then you're going to go right into child, because you always want to reverse the blood flow, and you want to do it slowly, and doing a counter posture as a child allows the blood to go back into its normal beat. So when you're coming out, you're going to reach up, you're going to just open up your legs the same way, reach up, lifting yourself up nice and slow, rocking over, coming all the way back down into child. That's it. Back into child. You just allow yourself to be here for a minute. And we're going to do a forward bend. So I want you to take your sling, bring it around in front of you, put it underneath you, put it right down to your waist. Okay. Now you're going to bring your hands right to the sides of your knees. You're going to curl up your toes. You're going to come into a squat. Okay. Then you're going to bring your hands to the sides of your feet. And then you're going to come up slowly, straight up, allowing your head to fall forward. Okay. Just allow yourself to be here for a moment. There you go. And you're going to reach out and grab those bottom handholds. And lean forward. And let your sling fall. There you go. And just lean forward. Here you go into a really nice fluid stretch. You're opening up your chest. You're lengthening the back of your arms. And now you're coming up one vertebrae at a time. Coming up. Catching it and the last thing to come up. There you go. So now you've done your first inversion. So now let's raise this up. We're going to go all all the way up to what's called the full inversion. All the way up to the top. Now, I find to get a full inversion that I have to have my sling up this high. What we'll do today is we'll bring him up this high. And if it's too high for you to jump in, we'll drop it down one, okay? So you're gonna reach up, both your hand holds and your sling, reach up and slip it in, okay? You reach up, slip it in, so that your sling, so up two, I would say, there you go. And the other side. So let's see if we can get in. So open up your sling. Now you're going to bring your black rings all the way up to the top, okay? Because you really want your sling as wide as you can, so it's really going to be supportive to your hips, okay? And again, this time you're going to jump in so that your edge of your sling is right at your knee. There you go, okay? You're going to reach back, put your hand holds between your knees, reach back, clasp your foam, engage it at the base of your spine, okay? Lean back to lock it in, hang on to the front of your sling, spread your legs out, and come into diamond. And I'll come out and I'll help you. Okay? So, make sure it's engaged way back here. Engage it, lean back. Now engage it, lean the tummy. One hand's in the front of your sling. Not, oops, hand hold. Okay? You might want to bring your hands a little lower. There. Open your legs really wide. Wrap them around. Wrap them around. Let go. That's it. Okay, let go, up, and down you go. Down, okay, yeah, you're going to get your head, you're going to have to move here. There, whoa. There we go. There we go. And there's the handle's got in the way. Okay, you're going to come back into plunge extension. No. Keep your hands. Let go of your hands. There you go. Just allow yourself to be fully inverted. How does that feel? Like a head rush. Okay, allow your arms to let go. If you feel you still need to hang on, but you can let go. Put your hands up around your head. There you go. There you go. Allow yourself to be while I climb into my sling. Now your feet should be in diamond. There you go. Now I lift up my hands completely off the floor. Completely off the floor. That's it. And just allow your body to just move with the sling. Just relax. Really nice movement. Now you're going to reach up and you're going to grab your bottom hand holds. Okay? Arms straight out your sides. And I have to come out because I'm not facing you properly.
children better.
All right. So your hands, now bring your hands right in front of you. Okay? And then open your arms really wide and all the way to the back. Push your chest forward. Make a really nice chest opener. And then arms all the way in front. And then arms all the way back. A nice chest opener. And all the way in front. And one more time, all the way back. Opening up, pushing the chest forward. Lengthening. And center. Now you're going to take your hands, you place them on the floor. You're going to put one hand in front of you. One hand in front, towards the mirror. One hand in towards the mirror. Towards the mirror. And right in front of you. Right smack in front. Take your fingers towards the wall, the mirror. And towards the mirror. Let go.
Hang on, I'm stretching this out too much.
Yep. So you're going to take your fingers and face them towards the wall.
This one?
Towards the wall.
Okay.
There you go. And now you're going to take that other arm and you're going to take it straight behind you. Right behind you. No, that's in front. There you go.
I'm upside down.
And now you're going to turn your body and face that hand behind you. So you're getting a spinal twist. Now come take your head should be towards that hand behind you. That's it. Okay? And now come around. Bring your hand in front. No. So your hands, both hands are in front.
Where this one was?
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. So now both hands in front. So now you're going to do the opposite. You're going to take this hand, bring it all the way behind you. Okay? And now you're going to take your head, you're going to face this hand. So you feel the spinal twist? Okay? So you're going to do that. Now back, hand in front of you, to your front. That was your back. That's okay. It's disorienting, right?
It is.
Okay. When we first do this. All right. So now in front of you. Now walk your fingers all the way in front of you.
This way.
Yep, walk them. Okay. Push your chest forward. No, you're going the other way. Okay, so I'm going to get my hand back into square, right underneath your shoulders. There you go. Walk your fingers behind you.
So that's behind me.
Yep.
No, the other way. Go the other way.
All the way towards
Gloria.
Yeah, towards me. Walk your fingers. Walk, 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 walk. Now, keeping your feet back in the diamond. Your feet are in diamond. There we go. You always gotta keep your feet in diamond. Now push your chest forward and lengthen. And release. Now let go yourself. Go back into suspension. There you go. And now walk your fingers back behind you towards me. It's okay. Feet back into diamond. Okay, lengthening your arms. So your arms are nice and straight. Push your chest forward. Feel the lengthening. And then letting go. That's it, just let go. And be free. Alright. My timing is good. So you're going to now come back out. Okay? So you're going to come out the same way as you did on the floor. You're going to grab a hold of the front of your sling. No, not your hand holds. Front of your sling. Okay? You're going to open up your legs. And then you're going to come forward. And all the way forward into child's pose. Okay, that's it. Allow the normal flow. And then bring your feet to the floor. And coming back right. And all the way up. Shake up those hips.
You hard to feel it on the inner thighs.
Oh, everywhere.
Like from holding
The diamond, yeah. Because it's
that was
so,
the first part.
yeah, it's so engaging of the core and really having to stretch everything. It's amazing. Yeah. So now we're going to do one more. We're going to do another deeper forward fold, forward bend. So you can put your sling at your angle fold. Okay? Yeah. We're going to walk forward a little. You're going to lean down. And then all the way down. And then just into the forward bend. This is going to end our session. We're just going to slowly let ourselves sleep. And we're going to curl up one vertebrae and one coming up. We're going to grab our bottom handfuls. Back in the forward bend. Grabbing onto our hands, bringing our arms out in front, dropping down, lengthening our arms, dropping down. And then bending the elbows, lengthening the elbows, really deep stretch, lengthening the arms. And nobody hold your handfuls all the way down. One vertebrae at a time, coming back up. And we'll do a little bit of a swing to end our session for today. You're going to walk forward. You're going to put your foam right underneath your underarms. You're going to lean forward, engaging. A little more forward. That's it. And then you're going to come down, and then you're going to reach up, stretch, and then you're going to come back down, and you're going to reach up and stretch, and you're going to come back down, a little more time, reach, pushing, stretching, push your pelvis towards the wall, there you go, and back down. You're going to walk all the way down, and you're just going to allow yourself to swing back and forth, bending one knee to the opposite, just allowing yourself a nice stretch. And then bring your feet up, again underneath you, back into forward bend, and then slowly coming up, one vertebrae at a time. Now we're going to end. I'm going to open up your sling, as wide as you can get it, and you're going into Savasana. So, that's slipping in. You're going to take your sling all the way behind you, and you're going to rest your head into the sling. Okay, and rest your head. There you go. And then you're going to take the edge of your sling, go all the way out, and then you're going to put your foot into your handful. Let go of your legs. Don't be so tight. Relax. And then the other leg. There you go. That's how you're going to unstiffen the body. Your head. There you go. Arms down to the sides. And